What is up, boys? I'm Jonathan Mitchell, former dopamine addicted overachiever turned discipline coach. I help men who lack in their focus, routines, and results in both their personal, professional, and business life. In this video, I'm breaking down about the real reason you're plateauing, whether it's in the gym, in the business, or life in general. And you might be doing everything right and still seeing no progress. And for years, that was how it was for me. I was training hard, eating clean, journaling, but I still felt stuck. Then I discovered what was missing. I didn't have a system that forced progress, and that's what I'm going to be giving you guys today. So let me walk through this visually, how it changed my life, and it's going to help you break through. So how I was feeling everything right, but still fell short of my goals. This was me 2 years ago, and this was me about 3 months ago. And as you can see, not only do I look more disciplined, I look more respectable. I look more achievable. And that's kind of the goal that I'm focusing on. A lot of people think that they're doing everything right. They might be training 5 to 6 days a week, eating clean, waking up early, doing everything that they need to, but they're still not achieving what they want. And this is because you have effort, but you have no structure to turn that effort into compounding growth. That because you don't have structure, doing these simple tasks every day, they're not compounding towards any type of result. So maybe training 5 to 6 days, that's giving you some type of discipline, but since you don't have a structured plan to get anywhere, that's not going to get you the result that you want. Just because you're waking up early and you're still half-assing your mornings, because you have no structure, you're not going to get where you want. So you could be doing everything right, but still completely doing it wrong. The real problem is that you have no system for feedback or for growth. Most people don't have measurable outcome goals. Most people don't progressively overload. And this isn't just talking about the gym. This is also talking about life. Most people don't have any calendar or time ownership where they're blocking out and specifying each portion of their day and what they're knocking out. And they don't have no review system. At the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, and at the end of the year, you need to have some type of system to not only understand what you've just gone through, what you've accomplished, but what's ahead. You fall in love with your grind, but not the outcomes. This is what you need to focus on. You fell in love with doing day-to-day tasks, but you didn't fall in love with focusing on a certain goal. And that's why you could be digging at a wall for years, but if you're not digging at it at a right angle, you're going to be getting nowhere. If you're not using the right tools, you're going to be nowhere. If you don't know what you're digging for, you're going to be nowhere. The internal problem is you're just emotionally attached to your old routines. For me, I was doing what was familiar. I was avoiding discomfort. And this, for me, was partying on the weekends, using any bit of time that I had to scroll on my phone, waking up later in the day and telling myself that I deserved it because I got a lot of work done before. But that isn't the case. I was stuck in some type of what they call a discipline theater where it looks good on the outside and everyone thinks that my life was disciplined, but I wasn't being effective. I was still that same person I was a year ago. Of course, everyone looks around me like, hey, you're the disciplined person, but I wasn't anywhere near where I wanted to be. I needed a system that gave my effort direction, because without it, I was just a warrior running on a treadmill going nowhere. And that's the worst spot someone can be, because that's just going to be keeping them living the same 6 months over and over and over again. And there's two types of people that live the same 6 months and the people that don't. So that is kind of the life that I've been trying to achieve. And so what was the breakthrough for me? For me, I built a system that forced growth. So I had a weekly audit telling myself what's working, what's not working, what I've done previously, and what my goals are. And these aren't safe goals, these are stretch goals. How can I exert the most amount of effort and still be challenging? I'm not putting in something I know I'm going to do. I'm going to put in something like, if I've never recorded a YouTube video, I'm going to tell myself I'm going to record 3 this week. Something crazy. I'm going to calendar block out my events, and that's going to have the inclusion of built-in friction. your calendar events blocked out completely changed my time efficiency and how much I get done a day, and being able to overview exactly what I'm doing. I used to time block my days, which were decent, but it didn't really give me an oversight of what I'm doing in the long run. Once I started time blocking out my weeks, I was able to see if during that entire week, if I was really getting towards my goals. Because you can't really do shit in one day. You need at least a week, a month, a year to get something done. Your daily wins that stack toward a long-term goal are what's going to keep you towards this disciplined life. Because most men, they need more effort, or they don't need more effort. They just need friction and feedback. If you aren't testing, improving, and improvising on everything that you do, you're missing out on a lot of wasted space and opportunity. So here is my systems to break the plateau. I like to break it down like a playbook. First, you need to audit your week, like I said. Where's your time going? What's outlined? Then you need to pick 1 to 2 stretch goals. That could be your gym PR. That could be a revenue goal. That could be a habit execution. And then you need to plan that in your calendar. You need to time block it. As you can see in this, my days are completely time filled because I know throughout the entire week what I'm getting to and what my outcome is desired. And then you need to evaluate that weekly. Did it actually move you forward, or did it just waste your time? Figure out if what you're doing on a day-to-day basis is pushing you to your goal and moving the needle. Because if it's not, you need to realign what you're doing on a day-to-day basis and add some non-negotiables that will push you and excel you to where you want to be. Your plateaus are not permanent. Your systems are going to be what make progress predictable. You're not broken. You don't need to try harder. You just need tracking. You need clarity, and you need structure. Because if you keep guessing, you're going to stay stuck. But if you build a system, you won't just grow, you'll dominate. If you're stuck in a plateau right now, good. All that means is that what you're doing right now isn't going to get you to where you want to be. So you don't need a new plan. You just need a new system. Comment the word system if you're actually done and ready to stop winging it and make a change through this year and make 2025 the best year. We have 2 months left. What are we going to do every day on a day-to-day basis to get us to where we want to be by the time summer hits? And if you want help building a system for your fitness, your discipline, and your productivity, click the first link below and apply to work with me one-on-one. I appreciate you guys watching. Hit the subscribe if you're serious about building the disciplined version of yourself, or if you found some type of value from this. I'll see you in the next one. Stay locked in. Peace.